Oh, you know both of them?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah, niggas know everybody. Was it?
Well, no,
The one on the left works at my job.
The one on the left?
Yeah.
I always try to figure out where the fuck she works. She's always like getting ready for work, looking this way. I'm like, where the fuck you work, bitch?
Well, so she's cool as fuck though. So she works at. Well, I can't do that.
Nah.
Yeah.
But no, the other one I
Can
know.
we edit that out? Can you bleep that?
The other one I know because that's like Rose's best friend's cousin. I just found that out.
Yeah, she's bad. I like her. I would love to have both of them on the show.
At the same time.
Yes. On the show.
couch.
This is on the show.
Parents strongly caution, the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue. Suggestive dialogue. Suggestive dialogue.
All right, hey everybody, this is Vianchi, and with me as always is
Benny
and
Mav?
And we are Let's Talk. This is the Let's Talk After Dark podcast where everything's on the table and nothing is off limits. Big shout out to our unofficial sponsor today, Center Stage. Your home away from home during the holidays. That was a good one, right?
yeah.
I love that place.
They should really be a sponsor. That'd be dope
Yeah,
as fuck.
100%. I would love to have every one of their dancers on the show at one time.
At one time.
Just all here. Full outfit, full getup, just here. That's like a dream come true of mine. Center Stage, if you're listening, please make that dream come true. All right, Matt, what do we got today, baby?
We got a few things.
Not my nephew calling. What's up?
It might be important. he might have something funny to say, like, you know, what are these things in my nut sacks? Like my son asked me. I had to explain to him about testicles.
Did he?
Yeah.
And what did you say to him?
I pretty much just whipped out the old anatomy book and
I
explained
thought
to
you were
him.
gonna go somewhere way different with that.
You know what?
So I just like whipped out my nuts.
my thing is this, like, I'm worried that I might give him too much information too soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my son's always been like the predominantly only black kid in most of his schools.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and he has that light skin advantage too. So it's just like, you know, girls are already attracted to him. You know, he has these two twins that always come up there. He says they're like cousins to him. But
we all know.
But they all, yeah.
Like second cousins.
Yeah,
He's
we all
already-
know.
my-
That's
the
my
fact-
best friend. We're like cousins.
Yeah, the fact that he's already talking like that is like,
He already hiding.
He already hiding.
hiding information.
And they're like, they want to go on play dates with him. Can he come over to our house and play? You know, not to mention, like, I think their dad's like either like this, he's Jamaican or Haitian. He's one of those from those islands. So
Yeah.
I ain't trying to fuck no. I ain't trying to like, no.
So what you got for me today, baby?
Yeah, a few things. Can we talk about Christmas shopping?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we talk about how I understand why Benny shops from Amazon. You know, because I think like public courtesy to shopping at stores has just fallen apart.
Well, common decency has fallen apart. Period.
You know,
But like, I personally like the experience of going to the mall and like when it has like
fuck
all the
that.
lights and stuff and,
I don't mind that,
and the
but
Christmas music.
I just
playing
don't like
Mariah
the
Carey.
people. I don't like any of the people. It's just like everyone's in there. You know, it's
Everyone is.
stressed out.
But that's been like the nature of like the holidays and Christmas. Like people like stress so much about getting their kids like the newest toys and shit like that, and they've like forgotten about like the real meaning of Christmas. But that's kind of what it's become. Like I actually seen this meme and it was like I like from the ages 1 to 10, I don't remember the gifts I got, but I do remember what like the kitchen smelled like. Like I do remember what the tree sounded like. You know what I mean? And like they were building those moments. And it's like that's what you remember. And I think as adults, we kind of got to get our kids back into that zone. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you're right. Like the Christmas experience has gotten people. It's like people are stressed out. People are rushing. They don't want to be there. They have other things to do. Nobody wants to work 8 hours and then go shopping, then wait in line for another 3. Like, you know what I mean?
It's your choice. You fucking chose to go to the store. Like, that's my thing. Like, you know, you chose, like, it shouldn't be an excuse anymore. Like, you know Christmas is at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. You know it's about, shop early if you can't handle being out in public. You know? You got all these people stressing and getting upset over the dumbest shit.
Or shop online.
Or just getting his gift cards.
Word. Word. That's the future right there. Just all
When we buy we buy the kids like little toys, and then we buy all the adults. We just get movie passes. Everybody gets a movie pass. That's it.
That's
Life's
dope.
easy.
I like that because I'm a big movie goer anyway.
Yeah.
I like movie passes. Hey Benny, Merry Christmas.
I like movie passes.
I do. I love going to the movies. The experience at the movies is like something phenomenal for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like to go to movies to see shit I can't do or see in real life, and so I want to see it like in this big manner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that shit. I hope they start replaying Christmas movies in the theaters too, so I can go there and see like Jingle All the Way and shit.
Oh, that was a dope
I
movie.
fucking love that movie.
I love that movie.
Which one was that? With Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Sinbad?
Mom's outside petting Ted.
You ever realize how crazy that movie was?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, when you watch
he hijacked what's the name? Carnival, a parade.
Yeah. There's
And then put the rocket pack suit on.
all kinds of illegal shit.
Didn't the postman actually have a bomb?
Yes. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was always saving just in case.
Yeah, like his threat that became real.
And this nigga's wife was cheating on him, right?
No,
With
she
the
didn't
neighbor?
cheat on him.
Well, she wasn't.
The neighbor was trying to like.
Oh, the neighbor was trying to bang her,
Tom
right?
Arnold,
Or some
right?
shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to get with her. And then like it just seemed like because they were having like trouble in their marriage.
Yeah.
Even though it was just a fight for one day, doesn't mean your fucking marriage is in like shambles. Like, but like because they were having troubles, the neighbor was just one of those overly friendly. Like, hey, let me bring you some eggnog.
Oh, yeah. You're stressed out. Let me rub your
rub
back.
your shoulders.
Yeah.
Let me be that work husband you talk about.
Oh man, you know what? Well, since we're on that topic, that brings up me to the next topic I want to talk about gamers. You know, online gamers, are they like the new emo people? Because they're so fucking depressing to read about on social media. There's like nothing great. I mean, there's a few of them I do like, but a majority of them is just fucking depressing.
Is your brother one?
My brother's one. He's not a depressing one though.
I'll say
So-
he's a gamer, right?
He's a
It's not that they are depressing because it's like
Because
you
they
need-
can't live in the world
but
that
you
they
need
want to live in.
social interaction. Like you need real social interaction. Like people who game 24/7 are literally in like this bubble where you don't talk or like you know what I mean, or at least face to face interaction. So like that was always my fear with like social media too.
Yeah.
Because like you have a lot of people who really don't know how to communicate anymore face to face. You know what I mean? Like people could only like learn. They can only talk to people when they don't have to think on the fly. Now I can think about my responses. I can give you 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
But they're so contradicting. Like so I'm on Twitter reading one girl's thing, and she's all like, you know, she's like, "What's your fetish?" And she has like feet, choking.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
She was asking what her people's fetish is. She had feet, choking, and pizza. I don't know why I only remember feet, choking, and pizza. There was one
Pizza?
more. I can't remember. So
I'm
you know,
intrigued.
yeah, you know, of course I had to choose pizza because you know it was a choice. But my thing was this, like people they want to be like so sexualized and stuff like that. But as soon as someone says something like too crazy, they feel offended. Like, why are you gonna just sit there? I'm not a piece of meat. Like, bitch, you just offered me to choke you, suck on your toes, and eat pizza at the same damn time. Like, the fuck? Like, I don't understand. And the whole thing is like, okay, we know the holiday seasons are already depressing as it is, you know, and that's one of the big topic I want to talk about too was like the holiday seasons when it comes to you know, black men and everything. That's one thing we don't talk about. You know, a lot of dudes you know, in jail, out of jail, whatever, you know, missed out on a lot of life, and you know, around this time they're looking at things and realizing how life sucks now. You know, and this is like such a high suicidal rate.
Well, mental health in black men is not discussed enough. Period. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you do miss out on a lot. I see dudes that go to jail and come out and still rock the same shit they went into it. You know what I mean? Like you did 10 years, the baggy jeans and the dude. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you see that, but like
I'd rather see that than them. Why everybody don't have their fucking phone on?
I
silent?
I corrected that.
I thought I took it off. I took the Bluetooth off.
But like mental health issues amongst black men is something that gets brushed under the rug a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to side note, but like that's a problem. Black men suffer from depression, but unfortunately, you're not allowed to be soft. You know, as a black man, you're not allowed to talk about your feelings, and like black men, and this is just a personal feeling, but I feel like black men and white men deal with depression differently. Like when you talk about like suicidal thoughts, right? You talk about the white guy who took too many pills, or the white guy who shot up himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you talk about the black guy who consistently puts himself into situations that could possibly get him killed. The
killed
problem is like we're not turning the gun on ourselves. We're just turning the gun on somebody else who we're hoping will pull the same gun on us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because like God forbid you be a black man, you commit suicide. Like that's taboo. Like God forbid you be a black man and be depressed. That's like taboo. Like you're not allowed to be soft at any time. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when I was working in the mental health field, this black kid killed himself, and one of the dudes like, yo, how do you think he killed himself? I was like, I don't know, gun. He's like, he hung himself. He's like, that's out of the norm. The thing is that we like the fact that we look at that like. That's how we measure how severely depressed he was. The fact that this kid hung himself. Yeah. Because we think, it's out of the norm for black people because, black people hanging is just something we just don't talk about or do. But when people want to get the fuck out of this world, they do whatever they want to do.
But you see what I'm saying? Like you talk about these kids, like they get involved in like gang activity. Like, from the jump, like this type of shit could get you killed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk about kids who lost, like, you talk about kids who are losing brothers left and right, losing friends left and right. You see your friend get shot down in the street, but there's no PTSD therapy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's no counselors. There's no,
like they label us, they label them, not us, but like they label them as like thugs and shit like that, just so they don't have to deal with that. But think about like how many more men that are black that get involved in the type of shit that could possibly get them killed. You can't tell me that's not depression symptoms. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's pretty much T.I.'s whole story right there. When he saw his friend guy, that's why he started buying up all those guns. Yeah. After being in a shootout like that, you do get paranoid. Like, you always thinking someone, like, you want to make sure
you're in war. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got these people in the military that go away and watch their brothers that they, don't get me wrong, there's no comparison or no less impact, but you got people who are in the military and they go away and they see their brother who they only known for a year in basic training get shot, and they come back and get therapy. You tell me you see a kid that you grew up with since you were young for like 15, 16 years and he gets shot down and you don't need help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they just label y'all as gang members, thugs.
Nah, you don't need help because you grew up in that environment, so you should be used to it.
Are you kidding me? Like, y'all want the hood to change, but y'all don't want to send the help that the hood needs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, nah, man. Like, our black brothers are suffering too. Our black brothers are suffering from the same mental health issues that they call everything else. And don't get me fucking started on the opiate crisis.
I didn't want to go too far, but this was something I did want to talk about because, you know what, it's the one thing, like, you see a lot of dudes severely depressed around this time, guys who can't see their kids because their baby mama drama, it's just so crazy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's such a headache to deal with a bitter woman that you just forget your whole children out of your own sanity. Mm-hmm. And not a lot of people look at that, Like, how come those dudes aren't called brave? No, they're called deadbeats, But every time you go around this woman, there's always an issue. Potentially, you might end up getting arrested, et cetera, et cetera.
But like that too is like, come on, ladies, like, your kids are not ammunition. Like, they're not bargaining chips. They're not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids, especially young black men, need their fucking fathers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and if you have a man that's that's trying to be in his kid's life, are you fucking kidding me? Like, there's so many other like men who would literally just walk away from the responsibility for the sake of, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I just don't want to deal with that shit. Like, there are so many people willing to do that, but then you have men that like are trying to be in their kids' lives and trying to be positive influences on their children, and yet women, and you have some women that use those kids as like ammunition. Yeah. Or like my bargaining chip. Like, no, you can't see my kids because my relationship with you is bad. Yeah. Like, man, you're like, if you're my wife, you got beautiful hair. Like, you're my wife, and our relationship has absolutely nothing to do with the relationship between me and my kid. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. how you feel about me, our kid should never know that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he knows love from both parents. Mm-hmm. Even if we can't make this work, we need to figure out how to make this amicable. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. So my kid can have a relationship with his father. Yeah. And just so he could also learn a normal relationship, because a lot of women, they end up raising these boys with that hate towards men, not realizing they're raising those men the same way, those boys the same way about these men they hate. Yeah. And they continue to cycle. And think about how beneficial it could be to the son, right? Because we're talking about at-risk black young teens. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's think about like how beneficial it could be to see your father treat his mother with respect. You know what I'm saying? Like his mother treating his father with respect.
Even though they're not together.
That's how I'm going to treat everyone else.
Yes.
Aside from me saying my dad ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like now you have the possibility of your son absorbing information like he could see it from one or two ways. Like, fuck niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a good father because I don't want one like mine. Or, my mom's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom's crazy and I don't want to deal with this shit. Like, the first time I see this, I'm gonna bail too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's a touchy subject, man. But it's a very real subject. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And listen, like again, my relationship with my woman has nothing to do with my relationship with my kid, and I need both of them to be healthy.
Well, I hope you get your kids back.
I don't have any kids. I don't have any.
It was just so sentimental how he was saying it. I was like, yo, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get like.
Nah, I know what you mean.
When it comes to like black, like when it comes to black men, like as you know, we are. When it comes, it's not Benny, but like.
First of all, I'm probably what I didn't grow up with my fathers.
But like when and that's probably where it comes from. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when it comes to like young black men and seeing like what we missed out on, what these kids are missing out on. Like if you have somebody that's trying to be in your kid's life, man, fuck, let him.
Yeah.
Let him. Like let your son know that there's another person out there that loves him unconditionally.
Yeah.
Because they need that shit.
Instead of having every other guy you think is okay.
Yeah, and they won't go everywhere else looking for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they won't go everywhere else. Like if you know love, you don't have to find love.
You don't find it in the streets. You don't have to go to that OG who actually going to use you as a mule to hustle shit out his house.
Ain't no honor amongst thieves, brother.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
at the end of the day, it's just like you get, so and so got to jail. Damn, I gotta find somebody else to work that block. You know what I mean? It's all it is. Then replace
I'll post
you.
a free ... post online and then let that be that. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Free
I'll visit you for the first couple of months, but then after a while, it's just too much work.
Yeah.
That's how that shit happens, man.
Exactly. You get that. It's sad.
But again, that all stems like an unhappy household can breed depression.
Yeah.
So you're going to find some way, you know what I mean? Some way out. Like, and so like to tie it back to what we were talking about earlier. That's how you end up in the streets, man. You can't tell me that's not a depressive mentality.
No, it is. Because who wants to be in that type of lifestyle? You got dudes who love, I was talking to this guy, he's in the military. Always wanted to be in the military, family from the military. It's just the dream, right? Mm-hmm. Gets in the military, realize this shit ain't what it's cut out to be. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you're still a murderer, he told me. He's like, I'm over here busting through people's doors, seeing how their living situations. I'm scared because I don't know if they're the enemy or not. So, of course, you got little kids, although you got to treat everybody like they would kill you. You know what I mean? And then you come back here, they give you a few badges, and then say, all right, welcome back to civilian work life. Good luck. And it's sad, but what I'm only bringing that up because you brought the comparison, and it is a true comparison. A lot of these dudes, there's some places, cities I just don't want to visit because I know they're war zones. Mm-hmm. I know they're shitty. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't care what you say. Yeah, you could walk around the nicest place, but stray bullets don't stop for nobody.
And they have no target.
They have
you know what I'm saying? Like you can be aiming for whoever you want.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers got a mind of their own.
Like in Texas, this white dude was drunk and belligerent. The officer tried to arrest him, and they got into a little scuffle. The officer, she took out her gun and shot. The dude's mom was in the back yelling at him. No. He got grazed. Mom got shot in the hospital in critical condition.
Damn. Well, how was she?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's just all these situations is just there's nothing good ever coming out of it where you have to resort to violence. You know what I mean?
It should never come down to that. But
but I just wanted to bring up the fact that the bullets don't know nobody. The dude was like pretty much like wrestling with it. She shot his mom.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to the taser and shit like that? She didn't think the pepper spray, the taser would come first.
Listen, at the end of
these people are supposed to be.
I understand where cops are coming from because at the end of the day, you want to come home too. So if someone's gonna attack you, the first thing you want to do is fear for your life. But like you said, the training and everything, I don't think police officers get enough training because in the military, there was a great quote. In the military, they said, "Yo, if we ever accidentally shoot somebody, that's considered a war crime."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
There's no, he's like, how is the military held at a higher standard than civilian police?
I don't get it. Like and like they're trained to be like, it's funny, like we don't get the training, like civilians don't get that training, but yet you want us to remain calm when you're pointing 6 or 7 guns at me. Like I'm supposed to be like, you know what I mean? Like I'm supposed to be a professional like civilian.
Yeah, you're
like,
supposed to just lay down, get that ass whooping in.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm supposed to be calm, but yet y'all can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
And you guys don't necessarily get convicted all the time. Like I'm supposed to be calm, but y'all can't like learn how to react into a situation like this.
I mean, I feel like it's different because training is one thing, but when you're actually, if you're being an asshole to me and I feel like you're gonna do something to me, then you know what, you might get popped. But it's hard because it's like when you get in training, you're not in this actual situation. You're just getting trained. You know, okay, we're training. I'm not really gonna fucking get stabbed or shot. I'm gonna go home and 2.5 hours. That's my time's up.
You're right.
I'm on the streets. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do. You could do anything. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You could be a crazy motherfucker, or you could be a normal motherfucker. I have to treat you as a crazy motherfucker because I don't know if you're normal or you're fucking nuts. You know what I mean? And I want to go home. I don't care if you go home. I want to go home to my family.
You're 100% right, because even if you look in the movie industry, that's what it is. Like no one ever looks at the cop side of you when they're trying to stop something.
So when they shot that guy 41 times in New York.
Oh, well, listen, I
mean, yeah, some shit is obviously over.
Some things, no. I get what I'm thinking. Betty said pop. You know, that's a pop. You know, this nigga not light up a nigga.
I'm not talking about just shooting a nigga that's just standing over there and fucking.
But I get it though. Like I get it, and as a cop, you have a target on your back. Yeah. I get that. Like people automatically know that you're armed and technically dangerous. You know
and then also some motherfuckers feel, you know, I pay your fucking whatever your
your taxes
or whatever. So I'm gonna treat you. I'm gonna treat you however I want.
Them.
But guess what? You gonna treat me however you want. You might get fucked up. It all goes back to consequences.
But and I also think I also think like people are like are still holding the cops to those like standards. Like you're not gonna overreact. Like you're not gonna like pull your gun out on me. You're not gonna do this because. Like,
there's sometimes that people deserve the ass beating they get. Yeah.
But like people, there are a bunch of people who think like you're a cop, like you're trained to be calm in this situation. So I can yell and point in your face all you want, and all you have to do is take it. I pay your salary.
Like that motherfucker, shit, I'm still human too.
Yeah,
like,
I'm still human. Like I get that, but like you know how like women will get comfortable talking like to a man in his face, like, putting their hands on him because they're banking on that you're man enough not to put your hands on me, and then like when you get
snap,
that, it's the Pikachu Pokemon meme.
Yeah, you hit me.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like now it's a different thing. Like you're right. They are human.
Yeah,
but like they are human. But like but we're you know what I'm saying? Like, like, take you, right? You have a license to carry, right? You're out in the street. You got your red hat on, the red thing. They might mistake you for somebody who's in a gang type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they approach you, and before they even ask for your LTC, they see a gun. They thinking, "Holy shit, this motherfucker's gonna try to kill me." You know what I'm saying? But like I just. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I do get it. Cops have targets on their backs, and I do appreciate the work that they do when they're protecting and serving and not harassing and douching. Like
I just think it's I think as police officers, the training of police officers need to be changed. Our officers also do need mental breaks. Yeah. You know, you can't like it's not normal every time driving around constantly thinking what if, what if. You know what I mean?
But you're the nigga with the gun. You know what I'm saying? More of you have 100% rate where all of you are armed. Like you guys are the ones with the guns. Like the people you're messing with, it's a 50-50 chance. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But we know you have a gun.
Well, yeah, but if I'm a cop, I have to pretend like you have a gun because I don't know if you have one or not.
Exactly.
You can surprise me. You can fucking
Because I mean,
but as a civilian, like think about that though. Think about that as a civilian. Like you didn't do nothing wrong. Like you, Benny, you didn't do shit wrong, right?
Yeah, but like I said,
but
you know
100%
if this motherfucker's nuts or not.
No, but what I'm saying is like you against a cop, right?
Yeah.
Like you are just walking down the street and they say, "Yo, we got there's a Hispanic man walking down the street. I don't know, he's not from this neighborhood." The cop pulls up to you, say, "Hey, man, you lost?" You know what I'm saying? Like you know he has a gun.
Yeah.
You know you have a gun. Yeah. He has to treat you like you have a gun, but you've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So let's just say you're reaching for your phone and he's like, "Hey," shoots you up.
I'm not gonna reach for my phone. I'm not stupid enough.
No,
Like,
but
I don't touch nothing.
I think that's
you know what I'm saying. Like,
but
there
I
could
think
be a situation where, like, let's just say they antagonize. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like as a human, like just say, like, he worked a 10-hour shift. He's tired. He's irritated. He's human, right? He's looking for trouble. He's just fucking irritated. He doesn't want to, do this whole thing, but he has to because somebody called it in.
Yeah.
He gets to you. He's aggressive. He's rude. He's a piece of shit. He's like, hey, you, the fuck you doing around here? And you're like, I'm sorry, sir. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, sir, but you're also a man. Yeah. Like, I kind of feel like,
but I'd rather be alive than be a man at the time.
No, but but he comes up to you like he flips your hat off. Yeah. He's being mad disrespectful.
But that's why you get their badge numbers and you make a report. I think what B said is right. There's at a time you gotta realize, do I let my masculinity, do I let my pride jeopardize my life safety? You know what I mean? We don't know who's on the other side of the gun, their mentality. You know what I mean? Like you said, this guy could be an asshole, could have worked a long shift and just been tight, not getting no pussy, upset as hell.
But that's kind of like my point.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I'm saying is like as civilians, not just as black people, as civilians, we got to understand at the end of the day, that's the authority. You can't change it. At the end of the day, your mom's your mom. She comes home, she's upset, dishes ain't washed, she ain't gonna ask you, she's gonna beat your ass first because she says you're supposed to know to do it. Right?
Dear mom, still dole out those ass whoopings. Your kids are terrible. I'm sorry.
Yo, no, beat that.
Dole out those ass.
Once a week at least, even if they didn't do nothing.
Shoot, just let them know. But that's the thing. Like, there's no respect for authority, and at the same time, I feel like authority has lost its respect for civilians too. Like I said, that's why I said the whole police system needs to revamp. The whole judicial system just needs to change. Yeah. Because social media's around, more people could be educated now. You don't have, all these crazy wild. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are crazy wild, but you don't have. It's less. How am I trying to say? It's not uncommon not to know what you're getting into, whereas before you didn't know. You know what I mean? Because of social media, you don't know these type of people. You don't know these behaviors. You don't know blah blah blah. Let's be honest. There's sometimes you walk around. We're all carrying guns and stuff like that. We all have our license. You walk around, someone seems sketchy. You're like, all right, in your head, you're all like, yo, if this dude goes on, I'm popping like 3 in his ass.
Yeah.
Cops got to be like that 24/7, 365. And it sucks. It sucks. I'm not saying it's an excuse. Don't get me wrong. I'm not using that as an excuse. What I'm saying is, like, there needs to be a way for them to, one, understand where their role is, realize that they're not always in harm's way. Because at the same time, the citizens should also have the cops back. You know what I mean? I feel like, though, the police, and actually, if you read through history, it's always been, the police have always been whoever has the most money's armed guards. Because at the end of the day, you could have your mob dudes kill you, or you can have a cop kill you and not have to worry about anything.
Word.
How many times have we known about in New York, these freaking mobsters using police, paying them off? Because their salaries suck, the kids got to go to college, or someone's sick and stuff like that. Listen, I need you to do me a favor.
They recovered $30,000 and 15 bags of heroin. Yeah, where the fuck is the other 30 grand?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like we all know that. And another thing too, but speaking of the money, I found out like when they confiscate the money, that goes to the department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
to the people.
Not to the people.
To the department.
To the department.
Yeah, they confiscate cars and shit. That's why, what's it called, in California, they got a fucking, Ferrari police car? Because they took that shit from a drug dealer and they made that shit a cop car.
You just see that scene where they peel back the sticker from the paint and it just says police. I mean, it's a crazy world. That's all I can chalk it up to.
But did you guys hear about the 2 police officers that robbed the drug dealers that turned out to be undercover cops?
Oh,
I did hear about that.
You heard about
that?
Nah, I didn't. Please do tell.
So it's 2 police officers. They just went to go rob drug dealers, and they fucking took their shit. And then the drug dealer turned out to be undercover cops.
You crooked motherfuckers! Like
he thinking like, oh,
it's a twist, like a plot twist.
That shit is nuts, right?
Yeah,
so
like
then they got like 8 years or some shit.
Hell yeah! Like yo, I'm not gonna lie though. If I was a cop, I'd probably be the most corrupt cop in the world. Like, come on, man! I make a drug bust. like keep all the drugs. Where's the money?
Yeah, right.
Like just whatever you're gonna do with this, get it away from me. I didn't see it. You can keep that. You want to go to jail or you want to stay home? Like, you want to go to jail or you want to go home? Like, I just found 10 grand. I didn't even see y'all. Give me the 10 grand. I'm out. Y'all do whatever y'all gonna do. Make it back with the shit I just gave y'all. Like,
it is.
I'd be such a corrupt cop.
I think I would be too, though.
Yeah, man. Me and Benny be in the same patrol car. We have a possible drug ring. Me and Benny on it.
The real bad boys.
Yeah, right.
Walk in, hey, we're the police. Don't shoot. I just want to talk. No, I'm telling you, fuck that. You want to go to jail? Or you want to go home?
Oh, man.
What was I gonna say? Well, now that we got the serious stuff, let's talk about some fun stuff. Now. The rise.
Probably should started with the fun stuff before motherfuckers stopped listening.
Nah, people like the serious
They like the serious stuff.
People
They
always
do.
come up to me and talk to me about the shit we talk about.
You know, it's that conversation. I mean, let's talk after dark. We have those conversations no one wants to have, and sometimes we have those conversations people do have, but we elaborate from a different view.
Yeah.
You know, and as always, if there's something you guys want to talk about, you know, hit us up on the page. Let us know. #LTAD. But. Oh, you had to say something.
I do want to ask you guys, did you guys see that video of Brother Nature getting beat up?
Who?
You know who Brother Nature is? The guy that's always like feeding like the animals and shit like that, little Hispanic kid?
Nah.
Yeah, there was a video online. He got beat the fuck up.
For what?
For what?
I know, like they don't tell the whole story. I guess like the guy who beat him up was like bragging about that shit, put it online, obviously for clout and all that. But there was this is not the reason I brought that up is because he kicked him in the head like mad times.
Oh, damn.
Like.
Wait, he was a little. He's a man that he beat
It was
up,
a man and a man. Like it was a grown man. Like they was like
Gotcha.
not even fighting. Like the kid Brother Nature wasn't even putting up a fight. Like he was.
Oh, he like feeds the deers and shit. That lives like back in his house or some shit. Yeah,
that kid. Yeah, he was in Florida and like that. Like so, like they keep saying jump, but like it was one guy that beat his ass.
Yeah.
And like he didn't throw like one single punch, and I just felt bad because like why are you in a fight? Like why are you kicking people in the head?
Yeah.
Wait, so he's like a pacifist?
He didn't throw one fist at all. Like
So yeah, so
Was
he's
he able to in the video?
it looked like he was just getting his ass beat. Yeah, it looked like he was just getting his ass beat.
But did he pay that dude to beat his ass?
Oh, what's his name? Small. Whatever.
Small.
Empire.
Jesse Small. Fuck you know.
What was it? Was it
Juicy Smollett. Oh,
Juicy
shoot, my bad.
Smollett.
Yeah. He's like, you into some gay shit? Not like he was just beating his ass. But like, I want to ask you guys, like, at what point, like, does it become okay to like kick somebody in the head, yo?
I don't think ever.
Like that's crazy.
That's nuts. You gonna fucking killing somebody or fucking giving them brain damage?
Fight, yo.
And for a regular fight, you just would have went home. You about to go to jail.
Yeah, like you could just beat his ass and go like. But also, like, how dumb was it that you literally assaulted somebody
like on camera?
Like, and now you're
yeah.
posting it on your site.
Yeah.
Like just to get clout. Like you about to be the coolest nigga in jail.
Like, you gonna get that big nigga that likes nature and be like, nah, you fuck with the wrong one. That booty's mine. Fucking Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Oh.
What about the rabbits, George? Yo, that was my favorite book.
Was it really?
Yeah, I love that book. Yeah.
Mine was Catcher in the Rye.
I could not get through that book. I
love that spoiled motherfucker.
Reminds me of myself sometimes.
I love that spoiled motherfucker.
Great Gatsby was a good book too.
Yeah,
I like that.
I did like Great Gatsby.
Yeah, I don't think I've read any of that shit.
Did you at least see the movie though? The Great Gatsby?
Nah, actually I didn't.
That's
you
with
gotta,
Leo, right?
Yeah, with Leo. Yo, he's the GOAT. Like
he is a GOAT.
I swear that black people, we need to claim Leo. Like I swear, because how they treated him and everything.
And he was smashing Rihanna at one point.
Oh my god.
He got mad credit for me on that one because that's my baby. Titties just titting.
That's what I want to talk about, man. Isn't this the season for like the slim thick girls? Like I love it.
The slim thick, like small waist, small stomach, like bottom half of a fat girl.
Oh my god, bro. Yes. Don't you love it when they sit down and it looks so thick and everything, and they get up and it's like that
sides.
perfect.
Yeah, it just looks
Oh,
like
my
when you push down
God.
on Play-Doh.
Yeah.
There is nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of people they've been asking me lately about my sexuality.
Yeah, because you keep posting shit that says you're bi.
I'm not bi.
You just posted a thing saying you were buying on comedy.
Yeah, then, like she had to like buy different kind of dildos. I watch your shit that you post.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Oh, I feel so
think
loved.
You're fucking hilarious.
No, well, I'm not. See, the thing is, I don't. Okay, so I'm not. I would never date a man. I wouldn't ever date a man because I feel like that's like stupid. If I was to date a man, I'd rather just be around the homies. Because at the end of the day, everyone wants their dick sucked.
Nah.
But pause, nigga. Well, you want to pause? You want me to stop? But like, I would never date a man.
X2, big up.
But not to say like if the moment's right.
I thought you about to say some tank shit right now.
What did Tank
He
say?
said you ain't got to date a nigga.
Oh, he's like, no,
Ain't nothing gay about.
He's like, oh yeah, if
you tried it one time. Like,
he's like, if you suck dick, you gay. Suck dick twice, you ain't gay. You just tried it twice.
remember Scary Movie? But we made love.
But
First of all, you sucked my
Yeah,
dick.
you suck.
But you know what?
Right, there you go.
But that's where this whole thing goes. There is I live a poly lifestyle. There is a lot of black
I didn't
men.
want to ask you that. Like, I never feel like we've gotten to like exactly like your lifestyle. Like, I think it's really fucking interesting because like, I'm like, what is Mav?
Like I'm not.
Mav
I'm
just
not.
likes to fuck.
Yeah, I do. I just like to fuck.
Are you pansexual?
I wouldn't say pansexual because I had to learn the difference between pansexual and omnisexual.
There's so many. Give me fucking sex. That's all.
They're just yeah,
give me sexual.
for real. There's so many, like if the mood's right, you know. You ever listen? Y'all ever see a chick like suck a dick so good? It's like, yo, I might have to try that dick.
No, nigga.
He's saying
you gotta take a shower with another man and see the sun drop down the back of his ass, cracking his ass.
The funny thing about it though is like no one knows if I'm serious or not.
Hold on. Let's not move past that. You said
I mean, I've seen a girl suck dick. I'm like, oh damn, she really sucking that dick. But I've never been
I wouldn't like. And,
I
just
taste
feel like
that
we
dick.
got. I feel like we just got two different things out of that because like he's like, yo, you ever see a bitch suck a dick so good? You like, I want to taste that shit. I'm like, nah, nigga, I want her to give me that too. Oh.
I mean,
Go ahead, man.
I mean, as long as you don't do it twice, not gay, right?
I mean, if you only try it once,
You can only try it once.
Or
you know,
twice.
like, oh, you know, it looked okay.
Is there such thing as bisexual men?
I don't feel like bisexual is an actual thing. I feel like it's a thing. Because here's my thing. I feel like, let's go to gay black men.
how's bisexual?
Discretion advised.
How's bisexual not a real thing? You
No,
like
I'm
guys and girls.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
If
I'm
you're
gonna
gay, you just like.
I feel gay black men aren't gay. They discovered being gay by following. If you look at every gay black man, they act like white valley women. Gay black men act more like white entitled women than anything.
Nah, that sounds like more of that choice thing.
No. Because here's the thing, right? Langston Hughes was gay. Marvin Gaye was gay, right?
Yeah, but that was cool as fuck.
They were because the thing is,
Was Marvin
Not
Gaye
that
gay? I
gay
thought he was
people aren't
bi.
cool, but like Marvin, like
I thought Marvin Gaye was bi.
I feel like it was predetermined by
He
his
was-
last name. But here's the thing, like here's the thing, like is there such thing as a bisexual man?
Yeah, you like girls and guys.
I don't.
So like
If you're
as-
gay, then
so-
you just
so-
want dick. You
so-
don't want vagina.
I don't know, but this is the thing.
like as a woman, like if you
Why
you
can't-
date a man, right? Like I get like there is such thing as bisexual. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I
But, like
know.
there is such thing as a bisexual man, but like think about that shit. Like you suck the dick. Like that's pretty gay.
Yeah, but bi is basically you're gay still, but you.
But like I
You-
just I feel
But see, the
like
thing
to
is,
dab
I
with vagina
feel
as well.
I feel like there's been with like especially with like the pride and the gay pride. There's been so many subgroups to the simple fact that some people just like sex. They don't care who's it with.
Pansexual.
Well, pansexual is when you like
there's no
sex and you
preference.
don't
It doesn't
you
matter
don't
if
see
it's
the you don't see the gender of a person. Whereas omnisexual, you understand and you know, like if you identify as a as a woman.
Yep.
I respect that you identify as a woman and everything. That's still not gonna stop me from fucking you, even though you're a man.
Neither would it stop a pansexual.
You know, true. They're both the same.
Yeah, yeah.
hand in hand.
It's pretty.
It's just I'm just saying this because I know people are gonna be like, well,
not the
pansexual,
same,
it's not the
yeah,
same,
like-
which is what I feel it's funny because I'm just gonna say the same shit. It's all like people could be people.
100%.
You know what I mean? If you want to change your sex and you...
No.
I did that on purpose.
Oh. If you want to change your sex, right, and you want to go from having a dick to a vagina,
Yeah.
then you're a female.
Yeah.
Because females don't have dicks. But then you want to... I'm a man.
Would you date a trans woman?
Yes.
You say yeah?
I want to go see chicks with dicks. It's like
There's no such thing as chicks with dicks. Just dicks with tits.
titties and dicks.
There's no such thing as chicks with dicks.
So
Just
my
dicks
thing
with
is this.
tits.
My thing is this, right? Can they give themselves like their own type of like titty fuck? Like if they lean over close enough and they got big enough boobs, can they like jerk themselves off with it?
Yeah.
Like what does that to be something?
It's gotta be flexible enough, I guess.
I'm just saying, like it's one of those things. Like I really there's questions I have. There's things I have to explore before I die.
All right, here's a good question. Have you ever
Been with a chick with a dick?
just been with a dude, period?
Have I ever been with a dude, period? Like by myself, with a group, in a group sex setting? Like what are we talking
that
about
doesn't
here?
count. Like in a group setting, like if I'm smashing a chick and there's another like couple in there smashing out, or me and a dude are doing like one chick at a time. Like you know what I mean? Like that's different. That's
How is it
different.
different?
Like so if I'm if we're turning her into a Chinese finger trap,
I can't. I love it. Continue.
like that's not that's just. So dudes do that shit. It's a threesome. It's just a fucking threesome, right? But like what I'm saying is,
But
like,
is it a threesome if the other dude starts rubbing your ass while he's fucking?
hey, this shit is over.
Instant
It's not my preference. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, don't touch me. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just not my preference.
So, what happens if, like, she's sucking both your dicks and
And
your
they
dicks touch?
Now I've watched porn.
Do
where
you like
that
look
has
away?
happened.
I'm
just
like,
like, bitch, you did that on purpose.
I'm saying, does that
But what
stop
if you
you?
put both of them
or do
in
you
your
just
mouth
look
at the
away?
same time?
Yo, that's a good question. Like,
What do you
personally,
do?
that's never happened to me, right?
I'm just
So,
saying, what if it does? What if,
like that's what I'm trying to think of. Like, how would I react?
So you said
to
you
that?
were with a threesome and you never looked at another guy's dick?
Of course, it was right there. She was like, she like I think
And that shit didn't look tasty to you?
no. What's wrong with you? That's the fucking name of the episode. Maverick question mark.
That should be tasty question.
tasty, yeah?
Tasty. Yo, come on.
like Mav, tasty,
Tasty question mark? Oh,
Yo,
shit.
that shit didn't look tasty to you, nigga. You ain't never seen the suns drop down and crack in his ass. No, Mav, it did not look tasty to me.
Maybe I'm just infatuated with my own dick, you know?
I don't think it's just your own dick.
Oh, shit. No, but you know what? Because there's people out there who...
Has that happened to you?
What part?
Yo, this guy got some really nice penis. Like, brother, hold on, let me see that shit. That's happened to you?
Like, what is
Man.
that? 6, 7 inches?
It's got
It's a good way. Got some good weight to it. Yeah.
It's got some good weight to
It's
it.
just like shaking hands.
That's not like shaking hands.
It's the exact thing. You know, you dap a dude up, you just do the same thing. You just dap a dick, you know, a little tug right there. You go. Yo, I think the funniest thing is when you're
Oh my God.
when you're sexually
I wish we
comfortable.
talked about this shit when Ruby was on the fucking set.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, go ahead. No. All right, so
Actually, that is a question. Man, that would have been funny to ask Ruby.
but I want to ask you, like, so you said you're in a poly relationship, right?
I wouldn't really say poly. I just say like we just do what we like to do.
So like what's the extent of that? Like elaborate. Like, what do you mean do what you want to do?
Like, so our relationship is
So basically, can you guys fuck alone if you want to go fuck somebody else by yourselves?
no.
It has to be together.
Okay, so you gotta be-
Yeah, it has to be together.
So all right, so I want to ask that. So have you ever had a threesome with your wife and another girl?
As of right now, we're taking many applications. We have
So
we
if, so if she was like, "Yo, Mav, I got this nigga, and I want to bring him into our bedroom."
Man's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I would say yeah. Why would I say? Because the thing is,
Man's equal opportunist.
This is the thing. I am an opportunist. That's right.
You know my biggest.
There's always a hole.
You know my biggest fear of like sleeping with my girl, like a threesome with another guy is, or like just especially if it's my girl, right? Like my biggest fear is me finishing first, and so you just sitting there watching your girl get plowed out by another dude.
I don't know. There's always other things you could do. I don't even think it should be
just to stay involved.
Just to stay involved.
Y'all
Let's
want
just stay
some
involved.
water? I'm gonna get you some water.
Yo, I got you. Open your mouth. Like the water boy in the NFL, the squirted. Y'all looking pretty good. You're doing a good job, babe. Too deep? Slow it down. Slow it down. Is that better? All right.
Like this is a conversation you guys have had.
Oh yeah,
we're just like I'm comfortable with bringing somebody else into the bedroom when it's right.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like, so when I met my wife, I was already in this point of my life that I didn't want to be with anybody. I was just gonna be like, Charlie Sheen. I was gonna be, pretty much like you, except without the AIDS and everything.
Yeah, I don't have AIDS.
No, I said Charlie Sheen, and then you said me, and so I'm agreeing to you.
No,
but
I
also want to make
appreciate
people
you.
know, like, no, you're not like Charlie. Well,
so let's clarify that Bianchi does not have
Yeah,
AIDS.
that's not Thank you.
Get tested regularly.
Don't
be afraid. Get tested. Know your status, because that is important. Because a lot of people feel, and this is another thing too, in this lifestyle. A lot of people
are afraid of bad news.
They are. But the thing is, there's a lot of people that have every shit that you have that's still in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a way to communicate. There's a way to communicate, and I think communication is the best thing.
But back to your sex life.
That's talking to communication. I think that's the main thing about it, is communicating what you like, what you don't like. Because if you're gonna tell me that you're gonna be with one person for the rest of your life and you will physically be able to satisfy them, that's a goddamn lie.
Yeah.
Because everyone has a best friend, right? If your wife supposedly is your best friend, but she don't know everything about you because you don't tell her. You'll tell your boy some things. Right. I know some dudes who are like, yo, that girl has a fat ass, but they will not say that around their wife at all.
Of course not.
But they'll be like, I'm around, even if my wife's around, they'll talk to her about it, like, yo, that girl's so crazy, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, it's sad though that we as humans, we can't communicate our sexual needs towards whoever we're involved with, whether it be he, she, it, thee, them, woo, whatever.
No, I got you.
All those pronouns.
I got you.
But going back to my main thing of bringing this up, is there's a lot of black men out there who are bisexual, pansexual, but don't express it out of the fact of, and when they do, they're no longer looked at as a man.
Right.
I feel that's sad.
Which kind of ties into my thing. Like, do you think men could be bisexual? Because as a woman,
I know, of course, yes. I feel men can be bisexual. I just think bisexual is just another term for saying enjoyment of sex.
Yeah.
Because if you're bisexual, you're just saying that you just enjoy sex.
Doesn't matter where it's coming from. You enjoy the physical aspect. I look at it this way. When we first ever talked about it, I explained my thing of sex is like playing basketball. I don't care who's on the court. I'm gonna play you. Yo, Bianchi.
I don't care if you got the ball or not.
All I'm saying is the WNBA and the NBA ain't merged yet, so brother, it's all dudes on that court.
I ain't good enough for the NBA. I'm talking about your regular street court where you don't know if it's a nigga or a bitch playing against you.
I got you.
But the funny thing is too, you also see a lot of there's a lot of these hardcore dykes that's still dick fiends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going to say they don't like it. They're going to say they want, but as soon as they find someone they're comfortable with, yo, can you dick me down real quickly? She coming over to play Madden and stuff like that. She drinking you up, smoking you up, and then fucking you. Then being like, all right, nigga, that was good, thanks. And you sitting there like, damn, I was just used.
You start pulling the covers over.
I know.
So would y'all fuck? Well, I know you would, but would you fuck like a girl that looks like a straight dude? If she came on to you?
I'm sorry, no, that's not men are not my preference. You know what I mean? Like, and if your goal is to,
but she got a vagina. She got some big tits. No,
how long I've been in jail? No.
Say you had some shots, and you feeling loose.
I'm sorry, yo. Like,
if she had nice titties and a fat ass, you gonna say no?
Like what? All right,
let's be honest.
Let's make this a little easier. Let's make this a little easier. All right, so she's a dude-ish, right?
Yeah.
She goes to the bathroom, comes out butt naked.
Big titties, fat ass.
Big titties and fat ass.
Does she have a cute face?
And
But she just got.
She got the bob and all that.
Oh yeah, I'm smashing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, cause like the appearance of the masculinity is
but
not
you can't
something
start
innate.
off.
But see, what you just
saying, like,
but see, that's
that's
the thing. So what you
like-
just said is I think is my biggest issue with the lifestyle stuff like that is the fact that women being bi is 100% acceptable.
Yeah.
A man and another man being bi is considered not.
Well,
And there's even been women who's like, oh, I find that disgusting.
yeah, 100%.
But bitch, you're gonna sit down there, eat each other's twat out.
It's socially
Which,
acceptable.
let's just be honest.
It's socially acceptable.
It is so much easier to suck a guy off than to eat a woman out. You know, it's just quick and easy.
So-
done.
So
from
how do you know that? So
I watched. I didn't. You know, I was.
So
just
it was funny.
observing.
I was having this conversation with this girl. She's super bad. You know what I'm saying? Same girl we're talking about. Small waist, fat. You know what I'm saying? Like
thick girls. Yeah.
gorgeous, right? And she was just telling me like, oh, this past weekend I was just hanging out with my girlfriend. We just chilling. We ate each other out. And like
What?
And I'm like, the fucking record scratch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
We are not gonna blow past this.
But for me, I was like, oh, word, that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like as a woman, there's a lot of pressure from women and men for men to be men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're getting closer but we're getting closer to a time where it's okay for men to not have to be masculine.
Because that's what it used to be before.
Yeah.
Like if you studied sexuality, right? Before, that shit was cool. You weren't considered less of a man if you fucked. The Romans used to have fucking orgies and fuck like gladiators
The term
and shit
gay
like that.
didn't exist.
It didn't.
Homosexual didn't
Because
exist.
the thing about
Like, I just want to come.
that's it.
I don't
It
care
was
who gets
all
it
about
done.
it was all about hedonism.
Hey!
Plus-
Somebody grab my dick.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Don't
There's
say that
some,
around Matt.
there's some dudes. Please do. there's some guys out there that just specifically aren't turned on by women.
Yeah.
Which is why there's some women out there who just do
Aren't turned on by
not like
guys.
men.
100%.
You know, like sometimes I wonder if my wife even likes me. You know what? I'm sitting there like she just
She got the best of both worlds, though.
she does get.
You're a pretty little bitch.
Yeah, I got called
Soft hands, like a lady.
like a lady.
Right? Soft
Wait,
hands,
did Benny
long
just
hair.
call you a bitch? I was about to say, yo, are we just gonna go over that? He said I'm a pretty little bitch. Like, did I just get like, did I just get bottom bunk jail time right now? Like,
You did. Yes, the
Like,
fuck you did.
You just got me
the
too.
moment you said a dick looked tasty, you became the bottom bunk. Like, yes, you did.
I'm just saying, if I was in jail and I had to choose between a regular dude and Mav, I go for Mav.
Skin soft.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment.
Long hair,
Long
good to
hair.
go.
At least I get protection from the big guys.
Big 6'8", 300-pound dude named Tiffany.
Get a nigga braid hair. While I'm down there, start braiding, nigga.
Man went to jail for 2 years, came home with braids. They was freshly done. He didn't stop at no girl house.
I gotta look good for my release.
Give me a discount this time. I had to give no ramen noodles.
Oh, man. It's my release time. They do favors in there.
But you know, that's the thing. We even like how we joke about it. We just make it so uncomfortable for men
to not be men.
to not be men. Yeah. You could be a man and still like another man. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to act that whole, oh my God.
I also don't think I should be. I don't think I should also be demonized for thinking men should be men, though.
No, you shouldn't. A man should be. The funniest thing about it is, so the conversation came up with these lesbian couples, and we're talking and shit like that. And they're like, well, how can you say that, you know, you're this and that and you're so masculine acting? Mm-hmm. I'm like, bitch, that's me. You know what I mean?
You're still a man.
I'm still a man, regardless
but you
of
can
what.
appreciate other people's differences. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what that reminded me of? Remember that? I don't know if you guys saw a documentary where that guy's like, you know, in jail, you know, you fuck a guy. I'm still a warrior. I'm still a man.
Yeah, that's just jail shit.
He's like, look at this jail. But I'm talking about outside of jail. You know what I mean? In normal everyday lives.
So, all right, question. Say you're straight, right?
Yeah.
You go to jail for 10 years. You're fucking dudes all the time. You come back out and you just don't fuck dudes anymore. You just want to fuck girls. Are you gay?
No.
So Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption said it best. When the three guys jumped Andy Dufresne and raped him in the supply closet or whatever, or wherever they was, he said he didn't call them gay. He said they weren't gay. You got to be human first. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, they weren't gay. They're gonna be in here for the rest of their life. He's like, that doesn't make you gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has sexual needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, And fortunately, like jerking off just doesn't do it all the time. But he's like they're not gay. They're not.
Yeah.
They did what they did because you're fucking human first, and
But
that's something that people need.
Even for men, and masculine,
But that's a hard conversation, though.
But
Yeah.
a lot of masculine men don't even understand their own sexuality. They just want to go get that nut and call it a day. They feel like they climax and everything, but the other people involved, whether it was a man or woman, might not be. You know, that's why I say gay men have the best sex, because the thing is, excuse me, it's no longer.
Oh God.
It's no longer. Well, the thing is, because it's no longer about the pursuit of a pleasure. It's about the pleasing part. And when you look at that part, past it, I think like you've grown more sexually to understand that sex is. There's two types of ways to look at sex: reproduction and pleasure. You know what I mean?
I think us and dolphins are the only species on the planet that have sex for pleasure.
Yeah, dolphins also get high too.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
They eat what's that little fish they be chewing on and getting high off of shit?
Yeah,
I forgot what it was, but I ain't talking about.
Yeah, you know, yeah. Fucking dolphins are amazing.
They're
They're
very
smart as
intelligent
shit.
creatures. Yeah.
If they can walk, they fuck us over. Remember that Simpsons episode?
Fucking us now. No, but like I think us and dolphins are the only species on the planet that have sex for pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because primates are still just more primitive and everything, but it's not like a pleasure like where this is enjoyable.
Yeah.
Talking about suicide earlier. Dolphins commit suicide too.
They do. Yep.
Dude,
Yeah.
how?
They fucking either like they
They'll
They'll beach themselves.
they'll
they'll
be
beach
or they'll just stay up
themselves, or
under and not
they'll
come
do
up for
something.
air. That happened to Flipper.
yeah Flipper committed
Flipper
suicide.
committed suicide. It went up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
nigga was like, I'm tired of this. Like,
Yeah.
They said he went down and never came back up.
Shit. Intelligent creatures, man.
But it just shows you like
Did
even
you say gay sex is the best sex?
no, I said gay men. That's why people say gay men have the best sex.
Okay.
Because it's like they're real to what their needs and urges are, and they understand the needs and urges of their other person. Most dudes that have sex, this is because I wanted to smash that pussy and that's it. So a girl's getting rammed really hard, she might come, she might go, depending on where her status is with her own sexuality. But majority of the time, a lot of women aren't physically getting satisfied with sex. Like they'll physically get satisfied, but there's no climax. You know, you pretty much just jerked off in her vagina, blew a load, and walked away. Now she gonna sit there when you leave, bring out the Rabbit 3000.
I personally take pride in making sure that like a woman is satisfied.
Okay,
I
so,
take pride in.
so
that.
if you nut before her, do you go down and finish the job?
Am I wearing a condom or not?
Of course, yeah, you're wearing a condom. Yeah, you're wearing a
I would
condom.
hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
But wait, but if she was you don't be going down,
bro, I start down there.
but you don't finish down there.
Oh, I start down there till she finish, and then I get on mine. You
Oh,
know what I'm
you
saying?
say-
Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
I
that's
start
some good
down
stuff.
there. Like, what is it? Like 80% of women don't climax through penetration.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's
like,
not.
No, fuck that.
Penetration, yeah.
You'll start down. If you're a grown ass man and you're still not even like, you know what I'm saying? Like, grow up. Like, I start down there. I want them legs shaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I care about, man. I barely give a shit about like when it comes to sex for me. I want to know. I want you to know I was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. You want to
So,
remember in you.
Yeah. Remember me.
Because you ain't having it again.
You want that call back. You want that
hell
call
yeah.
back.
I want that second interview. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Have you ever been with a woman that was just so bad at sex that you just had to like just stop midway?
Yo, I
This-
faked it one time.
I faked
I've
it
done
before.
it. I've done it before.
Wait, have you ever faked it where you grabbed the lotion and squirted it on her back?
No. I just ran to the bathroom and flushed a condom.
Yep.
That, like, straight up, like there has been there's been moments where I was just like, yo, this is not working.
Right.
And like and
This is
before
not
and,
good.
And before, like,
Don't you hate when they talk a big game too? You think it's gonna be amazing, and then it's just the wackest shit
everybody
ever.
talk, like, every woman talks a big game. Every guy talks a big game. You know what I'm saying? And then
Correct, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I
Just
never buy into any of that shit. Like, until like when we get in the moment,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna show you who the fuck I am. like
I don't start talking shit until after they come. Like, yeah, you like that, right? That shit's good.
you're mad insecure.
Mad insecure.
Is she okay? Like, is this working? You peeking up and shit. Like, but not like I take pride. Like, I take pride in my ability to like get women off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing for me.
Yeah.
That's the thing for me. Like, I'm not like even if
So,
I,
ladies,
even if I
413. 444.
Even
If you want a good time.
Like even if I finish right, and she didn't get off, like I'm like, yo, nigga, you fail. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you fail. Like
phony.
get back in there and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like get back in there and figure it out. Like you fail. Like sales to me, sex is like it's like another competition. You know what I'm saying?
It's like playing basketball.
Word, like you've had sex before and you're gonna have sex after, but I need you to remember my name. You know what I'm saying? Call out my name.
Yeah. You know what? Speaking of name, I hate being called daddy. I'm trying to get used to it.
Do you really?
Dude, it fucks me up. I feel like
I love hearing my name. Yo, that's my shit. Like, don't do
No, no,
I love it so much that it's like a trigger button. Like Bianchi. Oh shit. Like, why'd you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
my name is Jonathan. Just call me Jonathan from now.
Call me John Wick.
Yo.
That's how conceited this nigga is. He comes to his own name.
Yeah. Yo,
For real?
I love hearing my name. Like, there's something about it, man.
Well, what about somebody calling you daddy?
In the heat of the moment, I'm cool. And you could call me like fucking.
So they could call
Forrest
you
Whitaker.
They could call you. They could say nigga.
A white woman.
Yeah.
Yo.
That probably. I'm not gonna lie. That probably turn him on more. He'd probably be fucking like, "What you call?" Smashing the shit out of
Start pounding the shit.
400 years.
Yo, 400 years.
So
of this dick.
there was a poll going around about that, about like black men. I can't. This nigga is fucking stupid. Like, of black men, do they like slave role play? And a lot of dudes said yes.
I don't know.
So what is that?
I don't know if I like role play. Period, though.
I don't like role play. Period. It's sometimes because it gets like
That just seems. That
some of
seems
it gets
that
stupid.
Seems like it just seems forced. Like we're pretending.
unless but have you ever been with somebody who had actually a different side to them? I'm not talking about like that crazy bitch side. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like a different like.
Bitch with multiple personalities.
I mean, everybody has multiple personalities. It just all depends on what you want. If you
Yo,
want to
wait.
recognize it or
So
not.
would that be some great fucking sex? Like, if you just had a bitch that had like 4 different personalities.
That's what I'm saying.
The other 3 were like Eeyore from fucking Winnie the Pooh.
She's like, no, Bianchi.
This is fun. Harder.
I'm just saying. What if you had like
Harder.
some bitch that had like 4 personalities and like
Yeah, if there was Emily
4 of
Willis,
them like
Bella Danger,
4 different stripper
Lana
personalities.
Rhodes, and Mia Khalifa. Yeah, I want all 4 of them personalities. Yeah,
I got to clap on that one. That was good.
Yeah,
Yes.
you like that?
Yeah, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
You,
all
you
four
named
of
all
them.
the greats.
yeah, man. All the top 5 on Pornhub.com.
Yo, the fact that Mia's still up there, she hasn't done shit, is amazing.
She is the most beautiful woman on the planet. I will not recant that.
No, my thing is though, I would like to see her without the fake tits. I'm all for natural, especially I like girls with small
care
titties.
about them. I don't care whether they're fake or not. They're real enough for me to touch.
I'm just saying.
So let's talk about that. Fuck that. All right, because my roommate and I were having that conversation, and he said he went down to like with his family and shit like that. And one of
We
his
have to go
uncles was
soon,
like,
guys.
All right, and one of his uncles was like, nah, I like the real thing, and his reaction was like it ain't real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you prefer? Like, do you have a preference, like fake or real?
I like real. I've had sex with a girl with fake, and they just
It's
sit
too hard.
there. Yeah, they're not. When you smash it from the back, right, and she's on all fours, you get that little, you get the titties moving. When they're there, to sit there and just like little Jello cups, just vibrating.
like sunny side up, eggs in a pan.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Yo, I don't give a damn. I don't give.
I mean, I don't give a
fake
damn either, but if I had to
or real?
choose, it'd be real.
I would choose whichever one's a bigger.
Correct. If there was a choice, you had a girl right here with real titties. You had a girl right here with fake titties. I'm gonna take the real titties.
I
though.
do like the ones that droop a little bit though. Like, you know what I mean?
Like teardrops.
Yeah, like, I do
Yeah.
like the ones that like that
like a
sit like really like not really low, but like the ones that just droop down a little bit.
Because there's some girls that drip too
Are they
low.
built for comfort
you know
or
what I mean?
built for speed? You know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest. Like, I just love breast. Period. There's nothing wrong with it.
So like, it's funny. Somebody asked me, "It's like, are you a boob guy or a butt guy? What are you?"
I'm a hip guy. I'm not gonna lie. I have to. It's just
You like the
I like that. God,
I love titties. I don't know if y'all noticed. I love titties.
I wouldn't be able to tell, sir. Matter of fact, if you don't know, look up Benny and just look at his significant other, and he has a lot of pictures of her.
Y'all start DMing her. I'm gonna start having to clap everybody out, man.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I got your back, dog. I'm in class. Yeah, we doing that. I'm a vagina guy.
Wait, which brings up a great question. So this girl wrote about, she was writing, I just got on this app. It's called Girls Ask Guys. So pretty much you get asked random questions and you get like a great.
What's this app?
Yeah, it's right? Girls Ask Guys.
I'm intrigued now.
And
right?
you can write a question and people can answer it, but it tells you
anonymous?
female. You could be anonymous or you could be unanonymous. You know what I mean? But you get female. So I wrote, my first question was about, well, I already talked about it, so I didn't bring it up, but it was about like anal play with guys. How does women feel about it? So I'm doing like some research shit on it. And what I've come to find
Mavs
out.
bye. All right, go ahead, Mav. I'm sorry.
I mean, shit. If you haven't figured that shit out, you're dumb as fuck. But I'm just saying, like, I ain't gonna,
Yeah, go ahead.
I ain't gonna,
Let's
say yes
doing
or no.
research for the most random shit. Like, what are you doing research for? Oh, just for the fuck of it.
Just for the fuck of it, yo, for real. You guys don't ever just do random research on shit?
I do.
Like if the world's flat or not.
So, do bisexual men watch regular porn?
I would watch any kind of porn, right?
I think isn't that the best thing? Like regular porn, you win.
They can just throw on porn and be satisfied, right?
It's just you just want to see. But this is the thing. I feel like straight guys are also bi too because you're watching another nigga plow a girl. You see his point of view dicks.
But there's a difference.
You're just watching a dick constantly go into a vagina.
This is an unpopular opinion for me. Like, and I get it. I think girl on girl porn is the most boring shit in the entire world.
It is because girl on girl porn is actually catered more to men. If you actually watch lesbian porn, that shit's interesting. There's a story behind it. They actually show like the nice touching and everything.
Yeah.
And the soft touching. I hate it.
What? It's all about the soft touching.
No,
bro.
I personally think girl on girl porn is the most boring shit in the world. Like, I would never watch it.
But girls actually get turned on.
Girls like that shit
like
because
that
it's some shit that most women don't try.
Yeah.
Did you
So it's, like,
see
taboo
Young
for me.
MA's porn that she made with what is her name? Honeydew. Oh my god.
I don't know who Honeydew is.
Yeah. Did you see her porn? The girl on girl porn that she made.
Was MA in it?
Nah.
She
directed it, right?
She directed it, and she had her song was playing. One of her songs was playing through the whole thing. But that shit,
like, ooh. That's all you hear.
I know it's disrespectful, but I find her highly attractive too.
So we talked about that in the inappropriate reality.
Actually, we did. Yes.
Yeah, and
I know you guys. I always said it's inappropriate now because you guys said it was, and I kind of looked at it. I was like, you know what? It's kind of inappropriate for me to say I'd fuck her, but I would.
But that's not inappropriate. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why?
No, it's not inappropriate. But like, I think like sort of that conversation got off the rails when we started making her sexuality a joke. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So like that's the only part I was like, yeah, we got to reel that back in because like her sexuality is not a joke whatsoever.
No,
like, you know what I'm saying?
No. But she has such a cute face.
She does have a pretty face.
And her built like.
But again, she for me, like, I'm sorry, like the white tee.
You wouldn't fuck MA just to say you fucked that man?
No, 100% not. Because she wouldn't fuck me, and I knew if
she would fuck you, would you let her?
No, absolutely not.
Yo, I am turning around. She's stroking me and fucking me at the same time.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Sorry. Anyways, continue.
We got to replay that.
I hope this face becomes a meme.
I want that to be a meme. This is the faces you make when I say this crazy shit. It's just,
I love you so much, man.
I love you
you're
guys.
A good guy.
It's amazing.
No,
y'all niggas gay. No,
gay.
No, I'm sorry. The whole I like the feminine. You know what I'm saying? I like the classic women. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the hips, the curves. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like the soft touch. Like I don't like anything masculine at all.
I think with me is I do like feminine women, but I also like women that can handle their shit. You know what I mean? Like that almost like that warrior boss bitch mentality. You know what I mean? Just some
like
women that
Princess Xena and shit, whatever fucking name. Warrior Princess
Xena.
I did not find her attractive.
But you like somebody that could turn it off.
Yeah, like, you know, do both.
Like, what do you mean do both? Like, you say so many fucking innuendos. Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, what do you mean do both?
You take it and give it.
But are you taking? Like,
I'm just saying, you know,
2 thumbs up, Mav.
Just do both.
Do both. Yeah, you keep saying these shit.
Be able to turn it on. Be able to, like, because you know what, women do have. Everybody has a feminine side. Everyone has a masculine side. It is what it is. You cannot change your genetics. You cannot change what you like. Like a dude sit around and say things are cute so much, you know, eventually it's like, nigga, are you gay or do you just like things that are cute? You know what I mean? We ask these questions. You know, if your boy was always like, yo, that's cute. That's cute. After a while, he's saying cute so much, you look at him like, Are you trying to tell me something?
Yo, nigga can't say cute.
But also there's like, but there's like a heavy fear.
No.
But like there's a heavy fear for like let's just say the majority of your circle is what? Black, white, Hispanic. What's the majority of your circle?
Black and Hispanic.
All right, so like there is like a fear to be perceived as anything less than masculine in the black community or urban community, right?
Correct.
For men, like so, I feel like a lot of those reactions are fear-based reactions. Like you could sit there and just do this, and they'll be like, "What's up with this nigga?" Like you know what I'm saying? Like like you could sit and like all I'm doing is fucking sitting still. Like you know what I'm saying? Like even like women would be like kind of soft. Like I remember it was me, my brother, and a couple other people was downtown. Like I had my hair cut, you know what I'm saying, my earrings in, like fucking nice little jacket, my pants weren't baggy when it was a time for baggy jeans. And like I remember a girl walking down and she was just unattractive, heavier, like, oh, he's straight, he's gay, gets to me. I'm just like, are you that aware that people don't want you, that you have to make yourself seem like you don't want everybody else before they pick up on your friend?
Damn.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like
you're right.
Because that person does exist.
Yep.
Like where
there's a lot of women that like that exist. Yep.
100%. Like
yeah, I'm gay. Get the fuck away from me. You fat.
Word up. But like those, they exist. Like where they're aware that, like, let's just say they have a prettier friend, or they're aware that most people don't hit on them, so they go and try to make themselves seem like they don't want everyone else.
Yeah.
So they don't have to deal with the rejection. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I remember that, and she pointed at me, and she said, "Oh, he's gay," and I'm like, "I'm really not." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not who I am.
I'm like, for you,
but
I'm
you don't,
gay,
but you don't
fucking
know me. But like, there is such a fear amongst men, or just the urban community, like men and women, for men to seem anything less than masculine. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, you're saying, "Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Oh, yeah, that's cute." You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, "Oh, nigga, that's gay. Hey, stick your chest out." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of
but
that is just fear based.
It's toxic because a lot of guys end up, losing themselves because they're living in a false reality of what they really are, Like,
and then you got and then like you said, a communication. Like, let's just say like dude is dating a girl, but he's really into men. But he refuses to be seen anything less than a man or masculine. So he's out there sliding. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't go get tested because that means he has to admit to somebody that he's gay. You know what I'm saying? Like so like he's bringing that back to his wife. The whole down low movement. Like, it's huge in Atlanta. Like that whole thing was real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that's where I would like to change that culture, making it seem like it's okay to like what you like.
It's a safer space now.
Nobody's
judging you.
But the thing is, and even if they are judging, look at what the gay community did, right? The gay community was mainly white before anything, right? They jumped onto the civil rights movement and used that to roll till they got stuff. There's more gay people with power in politics and everything like that because they did just that. They got people who were gay into politics. They got people who were gay into higher powers and stuff like that and said, you know what? It's okay to be this.
Yeah.
And
100%
it was more okay to be a gay
saying?
white guy than it was to be a gay
straight black man.
Yeah. Actually,
it's still okay.
But,
you're right.
But whose fault was that? I feel like that was the black community's fault.
For what?
Because they don't want their guys being gay. That's what that is.
And you are right.
That's what it is.
And that's because they're all they're all they're not just afraid. They're just religiously still slave bound to shit because half of those pastors and deacons, half of those niggas are gay. Half of your pastors, half of your deacons are gay. Half of your black men are fucking little boys, and stuff like that. Because you see it. You see it when you work in the mental health field and you have these people break and you find out these, if actually I would wish someone would just do a study on this. Like, because it'd be great to just actually see the results of it. But a lot of black men suffer from homosexuality and enjoying it because of stuff that happened from the past. Like, Jamaicans hate gay people because back in Jamaica, we all know they would take the biggest nigga, tie him down, and all these white dudes would run train on him.
What was this happening?
Yeah, you guys didn't know about this?
No.
That's how they demasculize a lot of Jamaicans out there to prevent them from rebelling and stuff like that. So they would legitimately take the biggest nigga they see, run train on him, fuck him and everything, and say, "This is what you are. You ain't shit to us because we'll fuck you if we want to." And that's why a lot of Jamaicans hate gays.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's some real talk. Like, that's the
I don't
thing
even
with
want to
black
research it. Afraid of what I'm gonna find.
It's just sad. But on a side note, though, I feel a lot of Puerto Ricans are gay, and they're just okay with it.
Hey,
not. I'm not saying Betty's the most masculine man you can meet.
I really hope our address never leaks online.
Just don't follow me. Nah, because you know what? Listen, they're doing everything you would see feminine get eyebrows done.
I personally would never get my eyebrows.
they make sure, you know,
I would never get my eyebrows done.
But then again, it's also it's a catch-22, you know, statement, because it's where you see sexuality. Because if you're from the Middle East, kissing a guy on the cheek is okay. You know, it's part of your culture. If you're Italian, kissing a guy on the cheek is okay. It's part of your culture. You know, when we sexualize everything. If you dap a dude and hold him up too much, y'all, that nigga, no. So what you feeling?
Give me that embrace. I need that embrace.
It's funny too because I fuck around with my brothers and do that shit. I give him dab, give him a kiss on the cheek and shit. Like my older brother keeps doing that shit. Like I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, I don't kiss my brother.
I kiss him right on the cheek, man. It's funny because they keep pushing my face away, and I'm just like, yo, let me love you.
But maybe because they don't know who you were with last night.
That's probably a thing.
Yeah,
too.
right.
They're like, listen,
I don't
we know
live
you
that
be
crazy
out
of a
there.
lifestyle.
Like, I don't know whose fucking
I know, he's like-
vagina you had in your mouth last
I don't
night.
live that wink.
I don't live that crazy of a
Just
lifestyle.
like you don't make music, right?
I don't make music.
That's right.
I don't make
This
music.
nigga's like, I don't make music, and then puts up a fucking like music making Monday.
I don't sing anymore. I make elevator music for people to listen to when they're on the elevator.
There you go.
On the fucking sexy elevator.
The sexy elevator all the way up to the top floor, baby. I don't know. Sexuality is a crazy thing.
There was. I'm gonna close up on this because I know we have to go. It's funny because I had a friend reach out to me the other day. I guess there was like some weird sex party going on in Springfield.
Wait, what?
A weird sex party
There
going
was
on.
it was a sex party going on.
Explain,
and stuff like
because
that.
I was not involved in this group chat.
I was not invited, and I need to get on that email list.
Word.
No. So this friend of mine, she's a lesbian. She hit me up. She's like, hey, you know, this is party. It's like something, you know, you might like. So I'm like, as soon as people say I might like, I'm like, so it's a sex party? Let's say a fucking sex party. Like, why can't we be adults now?
She's like,
Instead
nah,
of,
nigga, we trading beanie babies. What the fuck you talking about?
Trading beanie
Yo!
babies. Yes.
I might have to use that. Trading Beanie Babies Club.
Yes.
If you guys see a Facebook group, Trading Beanie Babies Club, and I'm in it, you just know what it is.
Just start that shit today.
Just know what it is.
Start it
I would
today.
start
I
that
will be
shit
the first
today.
member.
Let's go. What?
But all right, so random sex party.
It's a random sex party. The thing is, though, it's so funny, right? Because half the dudes that I found out were going are predominantly straight dudes.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not it wasn't a straight party.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like you got to go under the concept of knowing that everyone's playing with everybody.
Yeah.
So it's just sad to see a whole bunch of people just hiding the fact that they just like sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Afraid to be them. Afraid to be themselves.
Afraid to be themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All for.
I personally just want me in a room full of like 20 women. That's how I want to fall asleep.
I wouldn't want to be in a room with 20 women.
I would.
I'd take 5, not 20.
No, I want 20.
You a brave man. You a
No,
good
it's
man.
not that I'm brave, because even when I'm done, I just want to be sit there and look at like this mess I've made. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Yes, sir. Yeah, I like that.
I
I
just want to
appreciate
walk
you.
in with a robe, just a robe, not even like tied up.
Just
a robe. Everything
halfway
else out,
tied.
just a fucking hot chocolate with whipped cream. Just yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. That's the greatest room I've ever been in.
I would like to get some women's opinion though on like how is it
Use the app.
comfortable. I got some crazy questions up there. I'm gonna bring.
I'm gonna download that shit. I want that.
Yeah, what's it called again?
Yeah, it's called. If you guys want to download it, it's quite interesting.
We'll tag it in the video.
It's guys,
We probably
girls
won't.
ask guys.
No, we should. Sponsor. Huh?
Yeah, girls ask guys.
Girls ask guys.
Yeah. And it's not. At first, I really thought it was girls ask a guys question, but literally, you could ask any question, and then it just breaks it down between the percentage of males that answer, the percentage of women.
Really?
Because you when you sign in, you identify yourself. What do you identify?
Yeah.
Though for all your non-bonder, they don't have that shit. So just pick one. Like, do you have a vagina? Do you have a dick? Like, let's not make life hard. Like, people get so butthurt over the fact that.
That one.
No, but that's the one.
That's the one?
That's the one. Sorry.
Was that the Circle app?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yo, some people are legitly fucking stupid. Like, I had this one girl say, "Oh, that question was asked before. Why would you ask it again?" I said, "Bitch, I just got the app." And then some people they'll ask questions. They'll just be like, it just also shows you how stupid people are. Like they They want to always argue. Everybody wants to argue at some point online.
Internet warriors, man.
Yeah.
Internet warriors. You could say the sky is blue, and somebody be like, "Well, wait a minute, buddy. That's a pretty dumb." You know, like
It's not really blue. It's actually clear, but because of the acid and the,
Yeah, like, take it easy there, pal.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yo, it's been a pleasure.
All right, everybody. As always, I'm Vianci.
I'm Benny.
And Maverick.
This is Let's Talk After Dark. We love y'all. Follow us on all the social media sites, and listen to us on all the podcast streaming platforms.
And YouTube.
YouTube. And YouTube, yes. We love you guys. Peace.
Peace.